On today's episode of Flashback Friday in Elvis history, I take you back to July 25th, 1969. Tonight, 56 years ago, Elvis, Priscilla, Charlie Hodge, a few of the guys, they go to the International Hotel and watch Barbra Streisand play the International before Elvis. Elvis and the Colonel wanted Barbra Streisand to work out all the kinks there at the International before Elvis took the stage 6 days later. So stay tuned on this episode. You're going to learn about it from Charlie Hodge and learn a little history of Barbra Streisand's show that night that Elvis and Priscilla was front row and center in the crowd in Las Vegas. Stay tuned. So check out this photo of the old International, now the Westgate in Las Vegas. But when Elvis and Barbra Streisand was there once upon a time, it was the International and then the Hilton, as us Elvis fans would know it. That sign's pretty cool right there. It doesn't say Elvis. It says Barbra. Bill Miller presents Barbra at the International. So let's go to Elvis. So on this night, 56 years ago, Elvis, Priscilla, and Charlie Hodge are in the audience. And this is what Charlie had to say about that night. The huge new International Hotel had just opened in town. Elvis had been offered star spot during the opening month. The Colonel said, no, sir. The Colonel wanted somebody else to work out all the bugs in the hotel's big showroom. Then Elvis would come in. So the hotel brought in the sensation Barbra Streisand from New York City to kick off the first month. People said Barbra would kick up a sandstorm. Elvis sneaked us all into the showroom one night after the lights went down. That's tonight, 56 years ago, to take a look at the room in operation. Barbra, the toast of New York, was up on the big stage alone. She had 1,000 sparklers on a tight-fitting gown. She was radiant. The songs had international class. Elvis nudged me. Charlie, she looks awfully lonesome up there by herself, man. God, that's an awful big stage to fill. He shook his head. Even with a band behind you, you could get lost up there, man. We'll always keep my personal band out front of that orchestra, close to me. Yeah, we can put all the voices over on the side of the stage, I said. He nodded. I'm not going to walk out on that stage and start out by feeling I'm out there all by myself. We headed back outside after the show. Let's run into the Flamingo and see Tom, Elvis said. We had seen Tom Jones working through the years. Elvis first met him when Tom came by Elvis's movie sets in Hollywood when Tom was first successful and came into the United States. Watching Tom on stage at the Flamingo made Elvis feel better. Tom's show was physical like Elvis's stage appearances had been from the very beginning. Tom wore a tuxedo in his act. In fact, everybody out there except Harry Belafonte wore a tuxedo. I never felt good in a tux on stage, Elvis said. I wore one for the Sinatra show at the Fontainebleau in Miami. I never felt good in it. We sneaked into our booth at the Flamingo so neatly that the audience didn't realize Elvis was there. Tom was a powerhouse on stage. He was belting out stuff like Welsh coal miner and with a big shovel in a tux. I'd feel a lot better in a gi than a tuxedo, Elvis whispered. The gi is the loose-fitting outfit of the karate performer. Elvis nudged me. Priscilla has someone making me some gis for the opening. Don't tell anyone. Elvis had been studying karate for years. Experts said he had the most graceful power moves they had ever known. Now, Priscilla herself had taken it up. Elvis had his black belt in the martial art. He loves karate next to performing on stage. Planned to combine that too on stage. We went backstage after Tom's show. So guys, 6 days later, Elvis took that stage there at the International. And, that was his hotel. What a run EP had in Las Vegas. And Charlie just told you about the karate part of Elvis's life. It's very important to him. And guys, now you can come and visit me and the Spa Guy in Memphis, a mile from Graceland at the Tiger Man Karate Dojo and Museum, where Elvis trained karate in the 70s. Take your photo with Elvis, same place that Elvis was standing in his iconic picture in his karate uniform and karate stance. The Tiger Man by Spa Guy. If you like my show, like Spa Guy's show, you will love the museum. And as Charlie said, he combined karate and singing on stage. That was his life. So on February the 17th of 69, Barbra Streisand signed a contract with Alex Schufe, who was the president there, or the vice president of the International Hotel. The hotel's entertainment director was Bill Miller, and Bill Miller said, hey, we finally got Elvis on one condition. Colonel Parker didn't want him to open in that big 2,000-seat theater. He said that we would have to put someone else in it to open, and Elvis would follow after that. So I went to work on Barbra Streisand. She was leaving on her way to Europe when I got her to sign the contract. She opened the International. Elvis was booked to follow Streisand. It was reported that Streisand signed a 5-year contract with the hotel earning in the neighborhood of $100,000 a week for 4 weeks, plus stock in the International Hotel. Streisand would be paid for future dates in cash. I thought that Streisand's deal was perfect for her and good for the hotel. We made an agreement not to discuss the figures. She was permitted to buy stock in the hotel at the market price, which was very cheap then. We charged $15 a person to see her. You put 4,000 people in that room with 2 shows a night, and you've got 60,000 a day without whiskey. So how much are we losing? Said Miller. So Barbra Streisand opened the International right before Elvis to, like I said, work all the problems out before Elvis took the stage. And it was reported about her show. She opened in early July of 69. Elvis is at the show July 25th. Tonight, 56 years ago. And July 31st, 1969, 6 days later, is when Elvis opened at the International, or played his first show at the International. He didn't open until the 70s, I believe. This is what Streisand said about opening night at the International. I was aloof on opening night because I was in a state of shock. You could feel the hostility of that opening night audience, all the gamblers who were there because they're important to the hotel, all the actors who resent the fact that you're doing things they think they should be doing. It's total fear. Some performers get a thrill out of winning over a cold audience. I talked to Elvis about it last night. He does. I don't. It turns me off. So it said there were specific problems. The show was just too long. The selections were largely an extended and finally counterproductive plug for her 3 movies and a new album. The chat between songs was self-conscious and unconvincing. And it said Barbra Streisand would play 55-minute sets. And yeah, she sang Don't Rain on My Parade, My Honey's Loving Arms, My Man, Jingle Bells, Happy Days Are Here Again, Punky's Dilemma. So there you have it, the history of Barbra Streisand's at 56 years ago with Elvis and Priscilla and Charlie Hodge in the audience at the International in Vegas. So thank you for watching this episode. Till next time, I'll see you down the road. Thanks for watching. Don't double dribble.